Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are in Cherokee, North Carolina, and even more specifically than that, we are here at Santa's Land. This park here, this theme park, this classic roadside theme park, opened in 1966. This is their 59th season, an absolute institution here in the Smoky Mountains. To put that into perspective, yesterday we visited Dollywood. That was they're currently on their 40th season. Again, 59th. It was 19 years old when Dollywood opened. This has been open longer than Walt Disney World in Florida. When this was built, Disneyland was only 10 years old. So it has been here for a very long time as far as theme parks go. And it harkens back to a different time. The first time I visited here, probably about 15 years ago, it seemed like a time portal back then, and now still open, still here, beckoning visitors. You have Santa up there beckoning visitors to come to Santa's Land. This stretch of road here, there used to be 3 theme parks within just a matter of miles. You have Ghost Town in the sky, was in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Frontierland, another theme park, just a few miles down that way. That was plowed to build the casino. Ghost Town in the Sky has been closed now for a very, very long time, but Santa's Land continues to operate here in Cherokee, North Carolina. So definitely wanted to make my way over here this summer with Santa's Land, celebrating their 59th anniversary. They don't make them like this anymore. So we're going to be checking out Santa's Land today. Please follow me. Let's head inside. As we enter here, you see the massive Christmas tree standing here in the center of the park. But noticed over here, we have Santa's house, and it looks like Santa's in. So we'll start our day by popping in and saying hello to Santa. So Santa is in his house. Please do not bring any food or drink into Santa's house. I think we're ready. We're gonna pull. All right, how are you doing, Santa?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I came out here, it's Santa's Land's been around here for 59 years. I was really excited to come by and see how the park was going.
Yep, it's going to be our 60th anniversary.
60th anniversary, that's amazing.
Yep, it is.
Well, congratulations, and it's always great to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, you take care, Santa.
You bet.
Always good to see Santa's doing well. It looks like I just caught him. I was the last person to see him before he went off to feed his reindeer. And these reindeer here don't need to be fed because they are made of fiberglass. We got 8 tiny reindeer, plus one, of course, Rudolph, the glowing beacon of the reindeer crew. And even though it may not necessarily be his holiday, you have the classic towering Easter bunny here at Santa's Land. If you look at him through the years, you can see every so often he does change clothes. He gets a fresh paint job. And it looks like he's had quite a few paint jobs at this point. Yeah, I always loved the giant rabbit here. One of my favorite things here at Santa's Land. He's got his vegetables Got that little cabbage worm, I think. The carrot, potato. That might be an onion there. And it does say in the concrete here, this is Shirley Bryan, 1970. So Shirley Bryan was a young child when this rabbit was built. Put her foot there in the cement. I wonder what Shirley Bryan is up to these days. This Easter bunny is absolutely massive. You can look at his feet there as he towers over his kingdom. You have the wishing well here. Apparently they actually give the change to Make-A-Wish. That's definitely a worthy cause. Looks like Frosty has gotten a paint job as well. He used to have two black eyes, like they're made of coal, like a doll's eyes. But his eyes have become open, wide open. Looks like he has full realization of who he is. And over here is Frosty's house. I don't know. Okay, this is closed off. Oh, I guess we peek in the window. And I don't see a lot in there. It looks like I think there used to be like a scene with maybe penguins. Okay, no. You look down there, there's a bear. There's a bear. He's got a little something on his nose. And back here, Frosty has his own gift shop. Frosty's t-shirts and collectibles. Let's see what Frosty's selling in here. So not necessarily a lot of Santa's Land merch in here. Okay, here's a little bit. The Santa's Land hats. Got some, oh, there we go. Some elf shirts. And even a little bit of Sasquatch merch. He really does show up everywhere. See Santa there informing you where the restrooms are. This iconic kangaroo here. You can only imagine how many different families, how many different generations of families have the photos of their loved ones jutting out of the kangaroo's pouch there. You know, you just step on the Joey and get in to the pouch. It's so hot. Oh my gosh. Go. I feel like if I put one more leg in, then I will fall face forward. Let's try. Anyway, there we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Here's the Jingle Bell Theater with they have a magic show in here, and they don't allow filming, which is okay. I get why filming is not always allowed in magic shows. Sometimes magic cannot be replicated on video, and sometimes being able to watch the video over and over again, you can figure out the tricks. So that's why a lot of magicians prefer you not film their shows. Got the igloo over here with a indigenous northern person. Here you see looks like he's missing a tooth there. But can we peek in the igloo? What's going on here in this igloo? Okay, just a fun igloo to crawl around inside of. Oh, there's actually a peeking window here in the igloo. Okay, yeah, just a cool place to hang out. And there's the dog sled. Although these huskies look a little undersized. Here's the Santa's Land Fire Department. Is it gonna do it? Oh, at one point it would like flashlights and make a big noise at you. But now it's just a quiet little fire department. Little veterans memorial here. Just a place to sit and reflect. Looks like some names of local veterans. There's a little chapel here in the corner. This is the Church of All Faith. You can see the organ there, and the stained glass, and the Christmas tree. There used to be like a real cool mural of Jesus in here, where he was like in kind of like 60s colors. This chapel used to actually be one of the most amazing parts of Santa's Land, because they had a choir of mannequins in here, and there was a button. You push the button, you would hear church music start, and the mannequins were attached by strings like giant marionettes, and they would start moving and singing the church music. It was one of the most remarkable things I have ever seen. It is burned into my brain. If you actually look, you can see the holes in the ceiling where the strings used to come down that made the giant marionette choir singers. And then also keeping with the religious themes, it is a theme park based on Christmas, so we do have the nativity here across the stream. Little baby Jesus sitting in his manger. And look at that, there's the three wise men heading over to see Jesus. As a child, I always had a fondness for these creatures here that you could ride. You got sometimes they sit off by themselves, like this, on the giant spring. Got the pink elephant on the spring. Little turtle here on the spring. But then sometimes you get the massive, the four-way here, where you're all squaring off with one another. Got the big ram, the rabbit. I always loved the pelican. We had a pelican at my local park, and I would always pick the pelican. Although looking back, I always wonder, like, these bounce up. This is like solid metal bouncing in a kid's face or mouth. I wonder how many people lost teeth on these things as children. Oh, yeah, look at that little lion. Little yellow ducky there. And I remember the rocket ship as well. My local park had the pelican and the rocket ship. And then my grandma's park by her house, had a skunk. I remember that. Yeah, I think I can note the spring can no longer maintain my girth. And I think we're going to catch the train and take it to the other end of the park. Wave at the rabbit. All right, I'm still on my 3-day streak. I rode the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad 2 days ago. I rode Dollywood yesterday, and now we're here on the Santa's Land Express. Over the creek. We have a train here behind. See some of Santa's reindeer in here. Oh, the deer are barking at the train. The goats come out to greet the train. Hey, goats. You hear the screaming goats. What are these? More goats in there. And we're riding underneath the rodeo coaster. Here you can see the traffic. Oh, picking up some speed here. No one's currently riding on the rodeo coaster. See the Ferris wheel going. Big curve. Oh, there's the moonshine still. Watch out, Santa's making moonshine apparently. All right, we have arrived at the other station. Dropped off in this dining area here. Oh, and look at this. This is the rodeo coaster press penny. Definitely need to get this. I just noticed this press penny machine actually has some fun press penny facts on it. I don't know if I've seen this before. Penny was rolled by a machine exerting over 20 tons of pressure. It takes 20 tons of pressure to crush a penny. It says first documented press penny was in 1893 at the World's Fair in Chicago. I've been trying to tell all of you. The press penny, the Ferris wheel came from the same event. The 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. One of the most amazing events in modern human history. It says there are 25,000 collectors of pressed pennies nationwide. I need to meet the other 24,999. All right, the quarter penny. I think it's gonna roll across there. There we go. Penny rolled down here. Oh, there we go. I was worried for a second it wasn't gonna kick in, but it kicked in all right. And there's our penny. And there it is, the exclusive rodeo coaster pressed penny. And here comes that rodeo coaster right now. Heading through the treetops. Without further ado, let's hop aboard the rodeo coaster. No food, no drinks, one adult per seat, no hats. All right, let's climb aboard. And Rudolph is heading up and away. That first climb through the treetops. into the Rudolph Doom Spiral. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Up and around the tree and headed into a second Rudolph Doom Spiral. Oh, hang on, dear. Hang on. Oh! It's a surprising amount of velocity. Oh, oh, here we go. Here we go. Up. Back down. Oh my gosh. You see my car from here. Look out into the parking lot. But don't look too long, because we're heading down the spiral again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. All right, we're gonna take another go round on the legendary Rodeo coaster. Here we go. Up to the treetops, reindeer paws. Down spirals, good old Santa Claus. Look how close you get up to the trees here. Oh, I touched the tree. I touched the tree. Okay. All right, second spiral, engaging. Look at this. So each go round of the Rodeo coaster, I think you get two rounds each ride. They let us stay in our seats because, you know, it's not too busy today. That beautiful Smoky Mountain air as we get ready to plummet back down to Santa's Land. Oh, there we go. Absolute classic, the Rodeo coaster. But I do want to go for another ride here at the front. Get a Rudy's eye view of the Rodeo coaster. All right. You ready, Rudy? Let's go. Oh yeah, we're headed. I'm safe up here with Rudolph. Look at that. You can see almost the whole layout. Kind of like, you know, the Iron Gwazi. You get up to the top. You can see the whole track. But Rudy's been running a lot longer than the Iron Gwazi. All right, here we go. You ready for that? You ready for that spiral, Rudy? I know you can handle it. The second ride is faster. The second ride is faster. Although I must say, being up here in front, I do think this is a less wild ride when you're by Rudy. You're safer up standing directly directly behind Rudolph. All right, one last dive, Rudolph. One last dive. I know you got it in you. Here we go. Back into the station. All right, that'll do, Rudy. That'll do. As you get off the old rodeo coaster here, we have the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz as a trash can. Tin Man is ready to gobble your garbage. Here in front of the Depot Diner, we have the Scarecrow. See if we can find the Cowardly Lion, and we'll have all the friends of Dorothy. Scarecrow wants to eat some trash. We have the Wizard of Oz characters, and then we have the classic Dead Clown trash can. The helicopters. Unfortunately, the Christmas carousel is temporarily closed. We can still appreciate the bright color of all the horses. Looks like this is a horse-only carousel. They make up for it with these amazing bright colors. Looks like that horse there has joined the Pink Pony Club. And I think next we're going to hop aboard the Santa's Land Ferris wheel, known as the Big Eli. Oh, there we go. Hop right in.
Ready?
Up and away we go. Oh my gosh, it's so fast. Why is it so fast? Oh, beautiful view at the top though. Oh my gosh. You can see the rodeo coaster running next to us. But yikes, yikes. That is a pretty speedy Ferris wheel here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I'm used to like the newer style, where I think it moves a little slower, more of a gentle ride, but I think, you know, the original, these type of Ferris wheels, these traveling Ferris wheels, they were a little bit more of a thrill ride, taking you around in a pretty speedy little loop. Over here to Santa's Land Garden. They actually have some it's a real garden. They have real plants growing here, and they have cartoon vegetables. This is chili pepper, Papa corn, probably alluding to popcorn, like Papa, like he's a grandpa, but he's also corn, so popcorn. There's Grin Bean. He's like a green bean, but he's always smiling, like a grin. So they call him Grin Bean. And Wally Melon over here. Then by the tomato plants, we have Tom Mater. With the cucumbers, we have In a Pickle. In a Pickle, like you're in a pickle, like you're in a jam, like a bad spot. But this is Enna Pickle, like in a pickle. A Doria onion and 10 carat. It's like a carrot, probably like referring to like jewelry, like 10 carat, like a 10 carat diamond. But it's like a real carrot, like a vegetable. So from here we enter Zooland. We are coming out of Funland. So the two lands here at Santa's Land, the two sub-lands are Funland and Zooland. And here in Zooland we have a grist mill, which is over 150 years old according to that sign. Looks like they, okay, looks like they're selling some different jellies and whatnot in here. Yeah, if you're going to an attraction in the Smoky Mountains, you need to have a grist mill. Now this is really cool. The water wheel on the grist mill if you look, it says Christmas without a T, but it says Christmas, but when it's, either way, it says Christmas. If it's upside down, it says Christmas. If it's right side up, it says Christmas. It's always Christmas. Always Christmas. This pink house here is the Elves bunkhouse, and it is animated. So let's head inside here. Elves bunkhouse animated. Oh boy. See the elf there. What is he eating? What is he munching on down there? He's got like a spoonful of jelly beans. It's like an animated elf, kind of like those old store window elves. And you can see the water pump back there. You can see pumping itself. It says that these displays were built in the early 1960s by New York City craftsman David Hamburger. Now they did change the scene quite a bit. The first time I came here, this scene was all blacklight. All the elves in blacklight. You can see that giant elf there is Jingle, the boss elf. And you can actually hear the song. I don't know who wrote that song, but this song is actually about Jingle the elf. And yeah, this was, you can see some of it looks kind of like it's still blacklight, but they gave it like a non-blacklight paint job a few years ago. And that elf there used to, instead of spooning food into his mouth, used to have a cleaver, and he would be chopping that ham there. You can see the ham actually has the slit where his cleaver used to be. Yeah, catchy tune. I wonder if this is like a unique song created by Santa's Land. See the sleeping elves? And I remember, yeah, you can see Jingle. You actually see him breathe. You can see his chest rising and falling. There's Rudy's Emporium here. I just noticed in the window, they actually have Hoots the Owl. Does anyone out there remember Hoots the Owl besides me? Leave a comment in the comment section if you do. Remember, he was kind of the counterpart to Smokey the Bear. He actually even looks like Smokey the Bear a little bit. But instead of worrying about forest fires, he actually worried about littering. He would say, give a hoot, don't pollute. Does anyone remember but me? We'll stop by the Broom Maker's shop. It says Broom Maker's Machinery. It says you can go buy the brooms at Rudy's Zoo Emporium. Yeah, this is how they would make brooms. Oh, look at that. There's Mama Broomstick and her family. A broom lady would advertise the selling of brooms. And there is some zoo animals here. There's a pheasant down there. Can you see the pheasant? And here we have an alpaca. Hey, alpaca. An exercise ball back in there. You've been exercising? Doing some yoga? Doing some alpaca yoga? These are Patagonian cavies. You see the cavies? Some more animated displays in here. Oh yes, this one's cool. Look at this. We got reindeer doing household chores. See this one? This deer is ironing. This deer is knitting, which must be very hard with hooves. And you can see this deer here is cleaning Santa's suit. I didn't know that the deer cleaned the house and did his chores. I thought they just carried his sleigh. But yeah, deer always helping out, getting Christmas rolling. This is a military macaw. Oh, there we go. Hey, macaw, can you talk? Are you in the military? I think they're like colored like they're in the military. Very colorful military. What'd you say? I love these animated shacks. I think these are one of my favorite things here at Santa's Land. What do we got here? Oh, the penguins are building the igloo here. This one's pulling the igloo blocks, the ice blocks. One back there. Looks like he's paving the blocks. And this little penguin carrying a wheelbarrow full of snow. Some other animals here. The four-horn Jacob sheep. I think there's like a feeding hole, but we can peek through it. Looks like they're already eating. Here is Candy Mountain. Look at all that delicious candy. So we can climb up on top Candy Mountain here. What kind of candy that is. And then once on Candy Mountain, you cross the bridge to the haunted tree. Then you go through its mouth where there is a slide. But before you go down the slide, you can say hi to the little bear poking out of the back of the haunted tree. But let's see if we can get down here in the slide. There we go. And that was our Candy Mountain adventure. Oh, ouch. Well, arcade over here. Some of these old machines. A pot of gold. Some old skee ball. Claw machine looks like it's been picked clean. Another skee ball machine there, dinosaur themed skee ball. This is the Spider Stomper. So you can win some tickets by stomping on spiders. And a little Christmas yard sale over here. Different jingle bells, different names on them. Little B game. Looks like you maybe scoop up the balls with the net here. There's some carnival style games. The plate breaker. The machine gun. Uh-oh, looks like we're in a little afternoon shower here at Santa's Land. Get out of the rain here, head into another animated scene. This is A Christmas Carol featuring Scrooge and the Ghost of Marley. This might get a little spooky. Oh yeah, there's Scrooge in his pajamas. There's Jacob. Oh my gosh! There's Jacob Marley in his change. He started moving his head. At first he wasn't moving at all. And then he just moved his head ever so slightly. He moved it once. He turned, he looked at me, and then he turned back. I was like, there he goes again. Okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, that looks haunted for sure. Even Scrooge seems a little terrified. And here they are, Santa's reindeer. Oh my gosh, look at the babies. Look at the baby reindeer. They're so tiny. Oh, look at those reindeer. Are they drinking milk? Are they drinking milk? Oh, here's that barking deer. Oh, the happy deer family. Do you guys want some deer food? You guys like deer food? Let me put a quarter in there and get some. Oh, you're ready. You're ready for your deer food. They have a little head hole there that they can put their deer head through and get some deer food. There you go. This big cage in the middle, it says there is a Siberian bear, and there's some bear food here. I guess we can feed the bear. All right, get a hand of bear food. 25 cents. Where's the bear? I don't see the bear. I'm not 100% sure there's a bear in there. Bear? Mr. Bear, are you in there? I guess put a little bear food down the tube. See if that draws out the bear. No, I think he's in there taking a bear nap. Sleepy old bear. A little dromedary camel there. I don't know if that's one of those biting camels or one of the nice camels. Here's Santa's kangaroos. Oh, these kangaroos don't like thunder. Oh, they're okay. They're okay. They're good. Just scared them a little bit. Just startled them. Santa's kangaroos. These goat houses are designed so you put food on one side and then the goats will walk over the bridge here to the other side to get the food. Are you goats still doing that? Are you goats retired from doing that? All right, we'll put a quarter in the goat food and we'll see if that brings them over to this side. So you put your coin in there. See if the goats can hear the sweet sound of goat food being turned. All right. So none of the goats have crawled over yet. Goats. These goats don't seem that hungry. You want some corn? Want some corn? Want a little bit of corn? Well, you got to climb up over the bridge, and I'll be waiting over here with the corn. They don't care, do they? They don't care. All right. How about this? I'll just take the corn here. I'll put it through the corn hole, and you guys can eat my corn. I'm starting to think they don't even like corn. Let's head over to Whitebeard's lake. I think Whitebeard is Santa's pirate name. And here's Whitebeard Lake. There is these lemurs over here on the island. And then you can take these paddle boats out onto the lake. A little bit of thunder right now. See some of the koi coming up here to the shore. They said you can't take a paddle boat out while there's thunder, which is probably a good idea. You can see one of Santa's elves there wrestling with a koi. So there's some more zoo animals down this winding path. It looks like most of the animals are tucked away in their beds during the rain. And yes, folks, you know, this is definitely a place of another time. Over here is the elf schoolhouse. So I guess where the elves go to become educated. Oh, look at all these scrawlings. Elves are apparently learning about dinosaurs of the Cretaceous period. And I believe it is time to exit through the gift shop. Look at this. I really like this pennant. I may get this. Although I think I may already have it, but you can see all the different sites here. The train, the wise men, Santa. This tiger here isn't here anymore, but I remember that tiger. You can see the the rabbit there with his different colored t-shirt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, oh yeah, I love the, apparently at one point it was called the North Pole of the South. I love that. Yeah, look at some of these souvenirs here. The old salt and pepper shakers. Got the North Carolina bell with that stereotypical hillbilly on it. Look, they even sell like ashtrays here. There's like Santa's Land coaster. The Rudio coaster Christmas ornaments. That's pretty amazing. You know, a lot of these are like classic type souvenirs that you don't normally see anymore. Thimbles and spoons, letter openers. Looks like up here in this end of the gift shop you have some more of those animated elves. Well, these ones are no longer animated. And we do have another pressed penny machine here in the gift shop. It says has the Santa's Land logo on it. Definitely gonna grab this one as well. Oh, this one takes a second to kick in as well, but there we go. And we leave here 2 pennies richer. So thank you so much for joining me here today at Santa's Land for its 59th year of existence. A park that has been around longer than me, a park that has defied the odds as things change around here. You know, there used to be a whole, like I mentioned, there used to be a whole bunch of different theme parks in this area. Frontierland, Ghost Town in the Sky. Used to be a lot of roadside attractions in Cherokee. A lot of that has gone away over the years. Most of the tourism in Cherokee now does revolve around the casino. But I do like to try to, you know, visit here every once in a while as a reminder of how things used to be. It's an absolute glimpse in on motorcycles heading by this road. A glimpse into the past of what theme parks were once upon a time, and this little theme park here holding on to the past, holding on to a time that doesn't really exist in that capacity anymore. And you know, there's no guarantee that this is going to be here tomorrow. There's no guarantee this is going to be here next year. There's no guarantee this is going to make it to its 100th birthday. It may. This may be around once Disney is long and gone. Who knows? Santa's Land has always been here, and maybe it always will be. But I do think it's important to appreciate the past, appreciate, you know, the history of the mountains, the history of kind of the vacation land that is the Smoky Mountains. And you know, I agree with some aspects of the theme park. Maybe it's better that we've moved away from certain things. I do think maybe some of the animals would be better off in maybe different facilities. But you know, it's a look for better for worse. I guess warts and all, it is a look back into the past, how things used to be, how theme parks used to be viewed. And we can see Santa's Land, you know, not as it was 100% at one point, but we can see little glimmers of what it once was, of what this area once was. For better or for worse, you may think it's better here now, you may think it's here worse, but it used to be a lot different. And this is a way that we can kind of look back in time at where we have been as far as vacationing, as far as roadside attractions, as far as theme parks, amusement parks. And definitely for me, you know, a lot of personal memories here. You know, taking my kids here when they were little, you know, when I could hardly afford to pay the entrance fee. Just a lot of memories for me moving here to the Smoky Mountains. Really, this place, I mean, I would say that Santa's Land definitely played a part in my love for theme parks, my love for classic theme parks, my love for roadside attractions. You know, Santa's Land was one of the very first, you know, true like roadside theme parks that I ever visited. Visited some when I was smaller, but really as an adult, evolving into having an appreciation for these things, this played a strong role. Like you know, taking photos of the area, I was fascinated, but first time I went in there, just being able to kind of look back in time, take photos of Santa's. It does not look a whole lot different than it does, 15 years ago when I was here and taking photos. But thank you guys so much. This little walk down memory lane. I appreciate you guys coming along with me. If you like these videos, consider subscribing. I travel around the country, film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun, random things. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can always consider Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop, as well as press pennies, motel key fobs, other fun, random stuff. And of course, all those things will help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this rodeo coaster high in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag. One last loop for the rodeo coaster.